welcome to your BlackWatch Employee Benefits Open Enrollment Season session. I am your host, Dennis with the Business Benefits Group, and your benefits renewal season is effective October 1st. The content of today's session will be your employee benefits guide, and you can follow along with the employee benefits guide either here on the monitor or through soft copy via email and follow along with the presentation. Page 2 of the benefits guide, this is your contacts page. You'll see Tyler Goldsboro as your HR contact there at BlackWatch. And to the right, you'll see all of your insurance carrier contacts, including their group numbers, customer service numbers, and website addresses. We hope you find this guide helpful throughout the year because with this page being an example, it condenses your benefits package at BlackWatch into one presentation that you can keep saved on your desktop and refer back to during the year. To the left, what's in this guide is an overview of what you need to know about your benefits to make an informed decision. If you need more detail than what's in this guide, refer to your benefit summaries and certificates of coverage for all the gory details. At the bottom right-hand corner, or at the bottom of this page, you'll see BBG Benefits Support Team. That's who I work for, Business Benefits Group. And we have a customer service division. There's the telephone number to call, extension 283, or the service at BBG email address. And we're your health advocate throughout the year. So if you end up with escalated claims, billing situation, benefits question, maybe you called one of your insurance carriers and you were not satisfied with the result, you can reach out to us anytime during the year. You'll be connected with one of the service folks in customer service, and they will work with you one-on-one throughout the situation until it is resolved and your questions are answered, so you can build a rapport with that person. Contents page, page 3 of what's in this benefits guide. Page 4, general plan details. To be eligible for benefits at BlackWatch, you need to average 30 or more hours a week, which is defined as full-time based on the Affordable Care Act. Speaking of the Affordable Care Act, no significant changes from last year to this year, but as a refresher, preventative care, which is your annual preventative physical exams, are covered at 100% once every 12 months. Make sure it's been 12 months since your last one. And when you schedule your annual preventative physical exam in network, all the services during that visit that are defined as preventative care based on your age and gender are covered at 100%, including lab and x-ray. If you're ever curious about what's defined as preventative for my age and gender, you can go to your insurance carrier website under preventative care, and it'll list all the information about preventative services. Dependents can stay on the medical, dental, vision to age 26, regardless of student status. So even if they're in between work or school, you can pop them on the plan. They'll age off when they turn 26. And there's no pre-existing conditions for medical if you're coming on for the first time. They did away with that back in 2014. Timing. When you sign up, you will receive benefit ID cards specifically for your health insurance plan. And in the interim, while you're waiting for your plastic ID card to show up, you will be able to have access to temporary ID cards on the UnitedHealthcare website. So if you need, while you're waiting for your plastic benefit ID card, reach out to HR if you need help accessing your temporary ID card on the UnitedHealthcare website. For planning factors, if you're a 2-household working family and both of you have full-time jobs, you and your spouse, and both employers offer benefits, remember, this is your chance to go to your spouse and in your household, determine what's the best deal for our family. Should I be on benefits at BlackWatch? Should I be on your employer's benefits? Medical, dental, vision? Where do we put the kids? This is your chance to make those decisions. And don't just look at the cost out of your paycheck. Compare your provider networks, your coverage itself, what it costs you when you go see your providers, and determine what's the best deal for your household. And to the right in dark blue, when you first come on board with Blackwatch or during your annual benefits open enrollment season, this is your chance to come on the medical dental vision, add dependents, remove dependents, and select amongst the health plans available. Whatever you decide, when it becomes effective, you are locked into that decision until next year's open enrollment season in December, when you'll have another opportunity to change. If there's a qualifying event during the year, like you get married, childbirth, loss of coverage to a spouse's employer, just to name a few, you have 30 days to go to your HR and say, hey, I got married, I want to add my spouse, or I got married and I want to go on my spouse's employer's plan. Just remember the 30 days, because if you miss that 30-day window during the year, you'll have to wait until September during open enrollment season to make any elections. And if anyone's 64 or older and it's time to make those critical Medicare decisions, do not try to navigate Medicare on your own. We reach out to a Medicare resource, a specialist that focuses on Medicare, and they can assist you with making all those very important, critical Medicare decisions. If you do not have a resource now, reach out to HR and we can provide you with a resource. They don't cost you any, there's no cost for their services. Page 5, definitions: deductible, copayment, coinsurance, and out-of-pocket max. These are very important definitions you need to understand when comparing any health insurance plan, including the 3 health insurance plans at Blackwatch that we are about to go over. You will understand all these when we take a look at the next page, 6, which are your 3 United Healthcare plans side by side. Right out of the gate, what's important to note about these 3 health insurance plans is, number 1, they all have the exact same doctor network. All 3 plans have the same doctor network. It is the United Healthcare Choice Plus, which is arguably the largest doctor network of all the healthcare companies. And it is open access. OA stands for open access, no primary care, no referrals. So you can go anywhere to any United Healthcare doctor that participates with Choice Plus, anywhere in the United States, and be defined as in-network with that provider. The second thing is all 3 plans have the same covered services. So what's the difference? The difference is what you pay out of your pocket in the form of copay, deductible, coinsurance, and at the bottom, the cost per pay period. That's what you're focused on. What you pay when you go to the providers, what you pay out of your paycheck. So the plan to the far right that's labeled platinum, platinum being the lowest, not necessarily the best for you, but the lowest cost, the lowest cost out of your pocket when you go to the providers. So to give you the lay of the land, your copayment is $15 physician, 30 specialists when you walk in the door in network and you show your health insurance card. There is no deductible. Coinsurance is what you share in the cost of services with your healthcare company, with United. All 3 plans, United pays 100% of your bills. You pay nothing after you pay any copayment and applicable deductible, which this first plan does not have. Hospital stays is $500 a day when you're admitted, up to 3 consecutive days. And then after that, you're 100% covered in network until you're released. Outpatient surgery, $150 for a freestanding doctor's office facility, $300 if you have the outpatient surgery done in a hospital setting. That's your copayment, and then you're covered 100% in network. Physical therapy, $15, up to 30 visits per person per year, and that is combined with occupational therapy and speech therapy. Outpatient mental health, $30 copayment in network, and you are covered. Lab, $0. X-ray, $50 copay, and MRIs, EKG, and CAT scans are $150 copay. That's in a doctor's office setting. If you have it done in a hospital, it's $60, $50, and $750 copay. Urgent care is $60. Those are those doc in the boxes, like patient first. Make sure they participate in network with United Healthcare, and you pay $60. Emergency room is $350. Note the difference between urgent care and ER. If you need to receive immediate care for non-life-threatening health situation, urgent care, those are doctors and nurses. You should get the same quality of care as the ER, probably a less wait time, but most importantly, you're just paying $60 and you're covered. If you go to the emergency room, you're paying $350 right out of the gate. And note that it costs about 60% approximately more to get treated in emergency room than in urgent care. So you should use the ER if it is a true life-threatening emergency. If you call an ambulance, they're going to take you straight to the ER, no questions asked. But if it's something minor like flu, fever, bronchitis, maybe you cut yourself, need a couple stitches, fixing dinner, think of your urgent care. $60 when you walk in the door in network and you're covered. Out-of-pocket maximum, probably the most important number in health insurance. This is the most you can spend out of your pocket during the plan year that starts from October 1st and resets to zero on September 30th each year, during the 12-month plan year, and it includes all the copays we just went over and your pharmacy copays. So everything that you're paying out of your pocket during the year is counting towards that maximum out of pocket of $2,500 individual, $5,000 family. If you spend that much money during the year out of your pocket in network for medical and pharmacy, you're done for the year. You no more copayments. You're literally covered in network the rest of the year for all covered services. And most of you will never even get near that, because if you think about it, it only takes all you're paying are copayments. So it's going to take a lot of copays to get to $2,500 individual, $5,000 family, but it is possible. No deductible for pharmacy, 90-day supply, there's your copayments, $5, $40, $100, $250, depending on which tier you're in. And the next page, the next page after that, page 8, in the middle, you're going to see the definitions of tier 1, generic, name brand, non-formulary, and specialty. And right below that, there's even a link where you can look at the cost estimator tool and even see what tier your prescriptions fall in if you're curious to know in advance. So you get an idea of what you're going to pay. So there's your 30-day supply, 90-day supply mail order. If you're on a maintenance medication that you take indefinitely, like blood pressure, cholesterol, and go to your doctor, ask them to get a mail order script written, 90-day mail order script written, and you're assuming that prescription is approved for mail order, doctor will get that written up for you. You'll complete the mail order setup form on United Healthcare's website, and now you're going to start getting your prescription every 90 days. So it's convenient. Best part is it saves you one copayment every 3 months. So if I'm on a tier 2 drug right now paying $40 a month, I'll start paying $80 every 3 months. That saves me $160 a year just by switching to mail order. So nice savings, convenience. If reach out to your doctor and they will work with you on that to confirm if your prescription is eligible for the mail order program. And then tier 4, specialty medications. It's a small list of medications that are very high dollar. And you'll pay anywhere between $5 to $1,000 towards the cost of that drug. Those drugs could be $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 a month. The most you're going to pay is between $5 copay to $1,000. And keep in mind that does count towards your annual out-of-pocket max. And then you see your costs per pay period out of your paycheck for that plan. And because it's a platinum high-level plan with very low out-of-pocket costs, naturally you're paying more out of your paycheck. So you got to ask yourself, am I a high utilizer of health insurance? And do I have any financial liquidity concerns? Because the plan in the middle lowers your cost out of your paycheck per pay period, which is a substantial savings. Well, why is that plan lower? Because there is a deductible. Deductible is defined as the amount of money you have to spend first before the insurance carrier pays any of your bills. The deductible for the middle plan is $2,250 individual, $4,500 two-party family, and the plan to the far left is a higher deductible and a significantly lower cost out of your paycheck per pay period, with the deductible being $4,000 individual, $8,000 two-party family. Very important to note, the middle plan, the plan to the left, the deductible applies to medical and pharmacy combined as an aggregate. So if you start on this plan, as an example, let's say you're coming on board now as a new hire and you start on this plan effective January 1, until you meet, or if you meet that deductible during the year, United Healthcare is not paying any of your bills until you meet that deductible. You'll be paying the in-network cost, which is a negotiated rate, wholesale. You're paying the negotiated rate, and it'll automatically count towards that deductible. For doctor's visits, you just walk in the door, show your card, pay any applicable co-payment, and then get the service done and walk out the door. You do not pay at time of service. Doctor will bill United. United will send you the explanation of benefits in the mail, and right behind that comes the doctor's bill, and that's when you pay. It'll get automatically credited to your deductible. Pharmacy, you're going to pay for your prescription at the counter, and you'll be paying the in-network negotiated rate. Just note that you may want to check to, if you're on a prescription now, get an idea of what that prescription costs at your cost estimator tool, or call your pharmacy so you don't get a surprise at the counter when you first go pick it up under this plan. You'll pay for the prescription and it'll automatically count to that same deductible. It's one aggregate deductible. If you meet that deductible during the year, well, then your plan goes straight to co-payments just like the first plan. And the deductible plus your co-pays all count towards that out-of-pocket max worst case scenario during the year. But again, because you have 100% co-insurance, once you meet the deductible, unless you have a lot of high co-pays, you're going to be good to go. Now, there's a big sizzle to these two plans that are labeled in red. HSA stands for Health Savings Account. If you sign up for one of these two health plans, you're now going to go to the next page that's dedicated to health savings accounts. If you sign up for the first plan on the right, you can eliminate this page. It's only available to those that sign up for one of the two HSA high deductible health plans. So you signed up for one of those health plans. In the middle of the page, HSA eligibility. If you have other group health insurance, which is TRICARE Military Retiree, Medicare 65 or older Part A is free, it's automatic, or you're on your spouse's employer's group health plan, you can have one of these health plans. You can have two health plans, but you cannot have the savings account. That's an IRS regulation. Most of you will not have to fall into that category. For everyone else, you signed up for one of those two health plans, and now you're going to be prompted to open up your savings account. And in the bottom left-hand corner in red, here's where it gets exciting. Blackwatch has generously decided to contribute $2,920 into your savings account annually if you're individual, $5,840 if you're in the plan to the far left. If you're in the middle plan, they're going to contribute $2,240 annually or $4,480 annually as a family. There's your plan numbers right there, those letters, and it matches up to one of those two plans. So that money gets deposited into your savings account from Blackwatch. It is not considered taxable income, and it is use it or keep it to you for life. That is your money, your savings account, and that savings account is portable. If you were to leave for any reason, not that you would because your benefits package is so good, but if you were to leave for any reason, you would take that savings account and any money that's in it with you. Very similar to a traditional 401k. And if you look here at the top, right under 2023 in dark blue, for the new year, as an individual, you can deposit up to $3,850 into your savings account, $7,750 for family, and $1,000 extra if you're 55 or older, less what Blackwatch is depositing into your account. So subtract Blackwatch's contribution into your savings account, and that's the most you, as the account holder, can deposit into your account in 2023. The two of you as an aggregate cannot exceed those totals. Now, why would you put money in your savings account? Well, number one reason, it's use it or keep it to you for life, just like Blackwatch's contribution. Number two, it's 100% tax deductible, so you're saving taxes, and you can use the money towards any IRS qualified expense. The money in your savings account rolls over year to year, almost like a medical individual retirement account. And each year, you and or your employer can deposit that up to that limit into your savings account. So that money's yours. It's growing. If you're not using it, it's growing. It's rolling over. You can use it for any IRS qualified expense, which we got a little link there, publication 502, or you can just Google HSA qualified expenses, and which would be medical, prescriptions, dental, vision, LASIK, long-term care premiums. There's like 150 things you can use the money for. You cannot use it to save up your money to buy a TV to watch the Super Bowl next month. You have to use it towards qualified expenses, or you pay taxes and a penalty on the money. Now, some of you might be thinking, well, you can use the money for dental, vision, any qualified expense. Maybe you're generally healthy and you're not, your money's growing in your account. Once you get over $1,000 balance in your savings account, you can contact the HSA bank and roll into mutual funds. So it becomes an investment vehicle. It gives you a sense of that long-term thinking here. Once you reach age 65, you can take the money and run. You're going to pay income tax on it at that time, just like a traditional 401k, or you can continue to use the money towards qualified expenses, never pay a dime of tax, and the expenses include Medicare premiums, Part B, Part D prescriptions, the supplement. We all assume when we retire and leave employment that we're going to go take Medicare because we've been paying into it all these years. Those premiums are qualified expense. So you could use your HSA savings to pay your Medicare premiums and your 401k to enjoy your retirement, to sustain your retirement. So it's just another tax savings investment vehicle if that's the way you want to look at it. Primary reason for it, and the primary reason your employer contributes that much into the savings account, is it covers the majority of your deductible. If you look at the math, you're not only are you saving out of your paycheck, but the majority of your deductible is covered. So from a pure math standpoint, the HSA plans with your employer contribution, you're going to come out ahead every time. Why wouldn't somebody take one of the HSA plans? Number one reason, financial liquidity concern of that deductible. So you're on it for the first month, something happens, and all of a sudden you're in the hospital. Next thing you know, you're getting a bill for $2,250 or $4,000 or more. And that may not be feasible. Now, you can pay for it any way you'd like, out of personal funds, credit card, and each month as your contribution goes into your savings account from Blackwatch, you can reimburse yourself. The second reason, convenience. You like that plan on the right because you're like, wow, I can just pay a copay and get the service done and don't have to worry about any of this and go on about my happy dappy day. Well, you're right. That's why 7-Elevens are on every corner. But when you really think about it and thinking long term, take a really close look at those two HSA plans and that contribution. And again, run the math based on your personal situation. There's nothing right or wrong, no right or wrong here. It's based on your personal health and your financial situation and how comfortable you feel with taking the HSA. All right, we mentioned the prescription page. This is just good general information about pharmacy, how to take advantage of savings, like asking for generic medications over name brand. Have this conversation with your doctor. Your doctor will help you determine if a generic is best for you or if the doctor prefers to keep you on the name brand. Dental, MetLife, National PPO Dental Network, 50 state. And your dental benefits, MetLife will pay up to $2,250 per person per year towards your teeth. And that resets to zero on October 1st. So every year at October 1st, that recharges at $2,250. Preventative care is covered at 100% every 6 months. Basic, like fillings and tooth extractions, 90%. And major crowns, caps, dentures, bridges at 60%. And orthodontia braces for children and adults, $1,500 per person per lifetime. Orthodontia is always a lifetime benefit, and there is no waiting period. So if you're coming on the first time, you can just go ahead and schedule your appointment for your dentist. Out of network, very important. You notice how in-network and out-of-network looks exactly the same percentage-wise. Well, if you go out-of-network, those dentists do not have a contract with MetLife, so they can charge whatever they want. What MetLife is going to do is cover 90% of what they feel is a reasonable and customary charge, and then you would get balance billed the difference. Now, that 90% is huge, by the way. That's an expensive feature that was added in your dental plan that essentially allows you to go to any dentist you want. Of course, if you go in network, the bang for the buck is they have a contract and they can't charge you more than the contract rate, so you don't have to worry about balance billing. If you go out of network, preventative says 100%. If the dentist charges 200 and MetLife feels like, hey, 150 is fair and reasonable, that's what we're paying the dentist could charge you the difference of $50 in that example. That's called balance billing. So just be mindful of that. If you go out of network for medical, dental, vision, be mindful of the potential for balance billing and have that conversation with your provider. Have them talk to the insurance, find out what they're going to get paid, and find out what you could owe. I skipped past the out of network on medical. That is a separate deductible. Co-insurance now in the middle plan, United pays 70%, you pay 30%, and then the max out of pocket. It is separate. So you can see you're very financially incentivized to stay in network. And most of you won't even have any issue with that with these large networks. And then implants are covered. Perio and endodontic services are covered at 80%, 90% basic, which is a good thing. White fillings on all teeth, independence to age 26. And then there's your payroll deductions. Vision is also with MetLife. The vision provider network is VSP, which is the largest network of vision providers. About 40,000 vision centers across the U.S. participate with VSP. We've got little links there where you can go to the website to find your participating provider, search the network. But eye exams covered, cost $10 copayment once every 12 months. And by the way, the benefit for vision resets based on your last date of service. So if you've been in the vision plan and you got a set of glasses or contacts, eye exam last March, you have to wait until this coming March plus 1 day before you can go back and get another set of eyeglasses or contacts, get an exam. If you're coming on for the first time, you can go access the vision plan. It's a $10 copay for eye exam, $25 for basic lenses. Any enhancements would be an additional cost with a discount. First $130 for frames or contacts, one or the other, is covered in full. Anything above that, if you want the fancier frames, for example, you would get 20% discounts of anything over the $130. But the first $130 is covered in full. There is a discount for LASIK in network, 15% off of retail, 5% if it's a promotional program. Progressives are up to a $55 copay, and those things could run $300-400, but you're paying up to $55 copay in network. And then you can get the services every 12 months. And notice in vision, if you go out of network, MetLife is only paying up to that dollar amount. And whenever it says up to, don't expect it to reach that dollar amount. So again, VSP, largest vision network, you should not have any issue with that at all. And there's your payroll deductions. If you wear glasses or contacts, look at your payroll deduction per pay period. Bang for the buck is huge. If you think you're going to need them in the next 12 months, you'll get a complete value out of this vision plan. Income replacement. These benefits are 100% paid by Blackwatch. Everybody that averages 30 or more hours a week, W-2, is eligible, will be enrolled in these benefits. Life insurance, you're going to get 1 times your salary up to $300,000. All of it is guaranteed issue, no questions asked. The only thing you're going to need to do right away is complete your beneficiary form. Note a beneficiary for your life insurance. And if you have a lifestyle change during the year, like you get married, divorce, set up a trust, a lot of that's been happening since COVID. Remember to update your beneficiary and don't wait until renewal time to do that. Do it right away on all of your life insurance. If you're coming on the benefits for the first time, you have anyone, let me rephrase that. Mutual of Omaha, you have an option to purchase voluntary term life insurance, and you can purchase through payroll deduction in increments of $10,000 up to $250,000 of voluntary employee paid term life insurance. If you're coming on for the first time, the first $50,000 is guaranteed issue, not to exceed 5 times your salary. The first $50,000 is guaranteed issue, no questions asked. This is the only chance you're going to get for guaranteed issue unless the employer changes insurance carriers down the road. So this is your chance. So even if you're thinking you might need a little life insurance, in increments of 10,000, get up to the first 50 grand because there's no questions asked and you're not going to get that chance again anytime soon. For spouse, first 25,000 is guaranteed issue, and for dependent children, $10,000 on all the kids. It's always guaranteed issue for dependent children. And for spouse, you can purchase up to 250, but it cannot exceed the amount that you as the employee purchase. So if I'm the employee and I purchase 50 grand because I want the guaranteed issue, the most my spouse can get is half of that, which would be 25 grand, which would be guaranteed issue, no questions. And then the dependent kids, 10,000. Short-term disability. If you cannot come to work because of illness or injury, you'll get 60% of your weekly earnings, up to $2,500 a week. Checks start on the 8th day from accident, 8th day from illness. And you could, assuming continuous disability, you could receive those checks for the next 12 weeks after your 8th day. The first week, no check, elimination period, and then 12 weeks of weekly earnings replacement. Maternity is 6 or 8 weeks, whether it's natural or C-section. 6 weeks natural, 8 weeks for C-section. And remember, the checks are reduced by 1 week because of the elimination period. So you would get 5 or 7 checks for maternity. Now, after the 12 weeks, if the doctor says, hey, you're not going back to work anytime soon, you're disabled, you would start to, upon approval, you would get 60% of your monthly earnings, up to $10,000 a month. Checks start after 90 days, which is when your short-term disability was paying. So they butt up against each other. And assuming continuous permanent disability, which I hope no one's ever in that situation, you would get up to, so you could receive those checks clear up to normal Social Security retirement age, depending on your date of birth. So age 65 or age 67, or for some of you, it may be 70 or later, depending on how things change. But most important thing to note, what is happening here is your employer is ensuring your ability to earn an income if an unfortunate illness or injury should occur, and it should permanently disable you. That is a huge benefit that most people don't think about because it's kind of under the wire. It's not like health insurance. You assume you're gonna use your health insurance more regularly. I hope no one ever needs long-term disability. Number 1 cause of disability is cancer. Number 2 is accident. And again, when you think about it, you know what life insurance does. It pays a beneficiary. But if you can't work, where's the money coming from? To pay your COBRA insurance premiums, to put food on the table, pay your medical out of pocket. This is where it's coming from. So it's a huge, huge benefit that's being provided to you at no cost by Blackwatch. Some additional voluntary benefits that you have a choice of purchasing through payroll deduction, and that's a legal program. Through Legal Shield, you would, if you sign up, you're going to pay right down here about $21.95. It'd be $21.95 a month for the legal program. And if you want the legal program and the identity theft protection program, you can pick either or. You have a choice. You would pay $34.90 or $41.90. For the legal program, your health insurance has a network of doctors. The legal program has a network of attorneys. And when you sign up, you can access your network of attorneys and receive legal consultation and advice, many of which are no cost to you or significantly discounted. The number one service that consumers will use this plan for right out of the gate is wills, getting a will done by an attorney. Trust, of course, trust, if it's a complex trust, you're going to get 25% discount off their services. Some other services that you could receive at little to no cost to you would be traffic violations. If real estate matters, you bought a home and you'd like for the attorney to review your contract, financial services advice through a legal, contracts, legal document reviews. You just go to your dedicated law firm and they will, again, many of these services are no cost to you at all as a member. If you sign up, you're committing to that until next year during open enrollment season in September. And each year during open enrollment, you can opt in or opt out of the Legal Shield legal benefit. Identity theft protection, ID Shield. Most of us are familiar with identity theft protections. Well, this is identity theft on steroids because it monitors your credit bureaus. It's a full service identity restoration, and there is $1 million of insurance protection. So if you've had a breach of security that causes you serious financial harm, while it is being resolved, you could receive reimbursement to keep you financially afloat and not have it negatively impact your credit because you now don't have access to your money and you still got bills to pay. So ID Shield, and not only is it a great service as far as monitoring and helping you prevent identity theft, but in the event of a breach of security, you got full support backing you up to get that cleared up, including $1 million, a $1 million protection policy. And again, each year at open enrollment, you have the opportunity to opt in or opt out. Pet insurance, you'll go to a link. It'll direct you straight into the Pets Best pet insurance site, and you'll see the various programs. This is not a payroll deduction. You pay Pets Best direct, but what you are getting is a discount because the program is set up under Blackwatch. So Pets Best is giving you a big discount for their pet insurance. There's even a toll-free number you can call, talk to them about it, go over the various programs, and then get those furry friends of yours enrolled. Additional benefits. Now, a lot of us very busy. We don't take time to go to our insurance carrier websites and poke around to see, hey, maybe there's some services, value adds that can help me save money or just enhance my overall wellness or lifestyle. And to give you some examples of those, United Healthcare Rally Program. So essentially, what the Rally Program is they set goals for you and activities like walking, for example. And as you accomplish the goals, you can get rewarded. You can get a financial reward for achieving the goals that are set for you. So you can go to myuhc.com, see the Rally Simply Engaged brochure. It goes over the details. There's a toll-free number you can call. And some of you who are already maybe going out at lunchtime and doing these walks, now you have an opportunity to participate in the Rally program and receive rewards for your activities. So I would encourage everyone when you get time to read into the Rally Simply Engaged program. And then you've got United Healthcare Real Appeal program, which gives you tools to support you in areas of wellness, weight loss, discounts on nutritional supplements, fitness gear, and all kinds of other services, all geared around wellness. There's a lot of ways to save money using a health insurance plan. And the big one is try to stay healthy. And that's what these wellness programs are designed to help you do. So especially later on in life, things eventually catch up with us. Yeah, let's try to kick that can down the road as far as we can. this is really important to note here. United Healthcare virtual visit. You have access to board certified physicians 24/7 from anywhere around the world, where you can call a toll-free number, get connected to the board certified physician, and they can consult with you on non-life-threatening immediate need for care, like bronchitis, cold, fever, flu, rash, pink eye, as an example. A lot of these services are either at no cost with a maximum cost of $50 or less by using telehealth. You do need to sign up before you can use it. There's a website right here, uhc.com virtual visits, and then search Doctor on Demand or Amwell. And then you can even download it on the App Store or Google Play. And again, like a quick example, lady at our office has twin boys, woke up one morning, her son had pink eye. She knew it was pink eye. She called the number, got connected to a board certified physician, Skyped the doctor in. He looked at her son's eye and said, yep, it's pink eye. Go down to the pharmacy in about 3 hours and you can pick up your prescription. Now that was on a Sunday. So she avoided a possible lost time day of work by running her son to the doctor's office the next day. And he avoided missing a day of school, which I'm sure he was not happy about. But that is a good, it's very important to note that for your family and your household, you have access to board certified physicians 24/7. And that's comforting in itself. So encourage you to sign up for that program and have it available to you in the event you need it. And then MetLife My Benefits, basically they provide personalized integrated services. You can have your MetLife dental card right on your mobile app, right on your telephone and on your cell phone. Mutual of Omaha Employee Assistance Program. If you need to talk to a medical professional about personal matters, financial, stress, anxiety, you have access to these professionals at no cost by calling a toll-free number, and you visit the website Mutual of Omaha/EAP, and your employee assistance program even allows you to have up to 3 face-to-face visits at no cost, counseling sessions at no cost, unlimited telephonic counseling sessions. So note, again, these are benefits that tend to be under the wire, but they are very helpful when you need access to these types of services. Also, Worldwide Travel Assist, if you're over 100 miles away from home and you need assistance with lost luggage, maybe you ran out of prescription, you need a referral, medical evacuation for a life-threatening emergency, a helicopter ride. These are all services that are covered under Worldwide Travel Assist. So again, I would encourage you to get the brochure, print it off, throw it in your suitcase, and have it handy in the event you need access to those services. Worksheets that you can calculate, hey, what do I think I'm going to spend this year in deductibles, co-pays, co-insurance, and it may help you determine which of the 3 health plans is best for me for the coming year. And each year at open enrollment, you're going to revisit this again. And now, enrolling in your benefits. Employee Navigator is a paperless benefits administration system. You will receive your username and password. You'll log into Employee Navigator. You can see the login to the left there, employeenavigator.com. Log in, and the first thing you're going to see is your profile page. Name, address, dependents, date of birth, all that information. Verify, go through all that, verify it's correct. If you need to edit it, you can edit it right there on the fly. As soon as you confirm that's correct, it's going to move you straight into your health insurance plan. You're going to see those 3 health plans we just went over, the payroll deductions. Click the button on the health plan you want. There's even a section for a benefit library if you want to look at the benefit summary or any other flyers. And as soon as you click the medical, it'll move you right to dental, then to vision, then to your beneficiary form, voluntary life insurance, and right down the line of benefits. It's really, really easy system to use. At the end, it's going to ask you to summarize. It's going to show you a summary report of everything you elected, your payroll deductions. You can see the total. If you need to backtrack or edit, you can do it at that time. Once everything looks right, you click the, you can even print it off if you want to keep a copy for your records, hit save, and it'll say, congratulations, you've completed open enrollment, and you can move right on, and you're good to go. So everything's done right there for your enrollment, right on Employee Navigator. And then the required notices that we have to provide you each year during open enrollment season or when you're first eligible for benefits. And that concludes our presentation. Please reach out. If you have any questions, not just now, but anytime during the year, refer back to your contacts page, reach out to Tyler, reach out to us at BBG Customer Service. And again, you have your insurance carriers. Thank you very much.